Member of a very, very small elite fraternity of fighters who hold world titles in multiple weight classes. He is now, of course, the champion of the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF. But they say, you know, you never forget your first. And that one, of course, was the WBO title. The WBO was the first organization that gave Sergey a chance to win a world title. And we've had a great relationship with him, and as we have with the others. But right now, we have a little surprise for Sergey. I'm going to ask Paco Valserel, who is the president of the WBO, to come up and make a presentation, and then we will move on to the particulars of the main event. Paco.
Hello, everybody. Like Ali said, we got Sergey Kovalev 6 months ago in Puerto Rico. He was a sensation there because he beat the guy who beat Trinidad. And everybody was so happy with Sergey. I said, Sergey, we got something for you. And he didn't know what I got for him. Sergey is a great human being. I met him. He's a great fighter, outstanding. And we're going to have a lot of excitement in this fight. But we want to recognize Sergey at the 5 title defenses. And we got a beautiful diamond ring, real diamonds, a real diamond ring for him because it's something that we give back to the champions. And Sergey got a commitment with WBO to work with the kids all around the world. So that's great, Sergey. We want him to come here, Eggy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much to WBO organization. It's my first belt, and this means a lot for me. And thank you to Paco and his team. And bless you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Paco. Thank you, Sergey. And now, on to the main event. Main events got to know Nadjib Mohammedi a little over a year ago when he came from France, fought on one of our shows against Anatoly Dudchenko, came in as the underdog and walked away as the mandatory challenger for Sergey's light heavyweight title. Since we're Kovalev's promoter at that point, it seemed like a pretty good idea to work with him and get him ready for his eventual shot. He has since fought on 2 of Sergey's undercards, and now after spending the last year thinking about probably nothing except this opportunity that's coming his way on Saturday, he is finally here. And so to introduce Nadjib and his team, I'm going to ask his manager, Vince Caruso, to step up, and he can express everything that he wants to say so much better than I can. So we're all going to sit back and enjoy. Vince.
Thank you, Kathy. Before I introduce the team, I want to collectively thank everybody here for coming out today in the media. You know, if we didn't receive the love we did from you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing here. And you are part of the reason that we are up here, so thank you very much, each and every one of you. I'd also like to thank Mandalay Bay. It's a great place for a fight. I know my big first fight ever was Marco Barrera against Eric Morales, #1. We went into that fight. Marco Barrera did as a huge underdog, same as Nadjib. His face wasn't even on the poster that night, and you saw what happened. I expect the same thing from Nadjib come Saturday, without a doubt. I also want to thank Pete Nelson, guy I got to know in the last 2 months or so. Good guy. I do support him with what he's doing there at HBO, and I wish him the best in the future. You're doing a good job, Pete. And last but not least, I want to thank Main Events and Krusher Promotions. Thank you so much, Kathy. It's our privilege to fight for you. Thank you very much. Regardless of whatever happens, I do think you're the best. I really do. And it's my pleasure to work alongside with you. And Sergey, thank you very much for the opportunity to fight. Now to the nitty-gritty. Team Mohammedi. A lot of people didn't know who we were not too long ago. But thanks to you guys and the stories that you've done, you know, I wouldn't say we're a household name, but after Saturday night, I think Nadjib Mohammedi is going to be mentioned in a lot of circles when you talk about the future of the light heavyweight division. I can't make guarantees in the sport. I made 2 guarantees at the opening press conference. I said, number 1, Nadjib Mohammedi will weigh 175 pounds come Saturday night, and that is a guarantee that will be fulfilled tomorrow on the scales. Another guarantee, I said, he would have the best game plan possible because of the man that sits on his left. That's Abel Sanchez. Without a doubt, a man I've known for almost 20 years in this business, I believe, is the best trainer in boxing right now. That's why I picked him the night back in November when Nadjib's trainer, longtime trainer, couldn't get in the country. I had the opportunity to call anyone. I called Abel. Honest Abel. That's who I called because I knew I'd be getting the best. I knew Nadjib's style. I've always been a fan of Nigel Benn, Maestrito Lopez, those kind of guys. That's the kind of style that Nadjib brings. It might not be pretty, but believe you me, he's going to be in a fight, and he does come to fight. And if I put Abel Sanchez in that mix, it's like putting the sugar in the Dunkin' Hines. It's going to come out good every time. So, with no further ado, I do want to bring up Abel to say a couple words. And before I do that, you know, there's a special guy on this team. He gets overlooked a lot because he's not here, because he's a famous guy himself. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. 13 months ago, he reached out to me, and he said, Vince, we're coming to America. We want you. We want you to make our guy a star. And that guy right here is a pop star. He's from France. He's my very good friend, my brother, Mr. John Ali, sitting here, my co-manager. He has been the rock of this team, the producer, if you will. Like I said, if he didn't reach out to me, I would have reached out to Abel. It's a domino effect, and I do appreciate him every day, and he is my brother, and I do love him, and he is a very big reason that we are here. So Abel, if you will, come on up, sir. Honest Abe, Abel Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for those words, Vince. I think first I'd like to thank our host, Mandalay Bay, Peter with HBO, and Kathy, Sergey, and Vegas for the opportunity. We've had about a 10-week training camp. Nadjib earned the right by moving up the ladder to be #1 contender. I realize that we're fighting the best light heavyweight in the world, bar none. He's proven it, and Saturday night, we're going to have a game plan that I think will work against Sergey, but it all remains to be seen. Sergey comes with the A game. I know we're going to come with the A game. It's going to be one heck of a fight. But we know that, like I said, we know that we're fighting a very, very tough battle. With that said, hopefully everybody shows up and enjoys the fight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abel. We also have Ben Lira working our corner, and if you know Southern California boxing, Ben Lira is a legend. Ben Lira, Jimmy Montoya, Abel Sanchez, that is Southern California boxing. So Ben will be in our corner also. We're very excited to have him aboard. I want to bring up, like I said, my co-manager now, John Ali. I want him to say a few words about our journey and Nadjib's journey and how we got here. Really quick, John, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, John Ali, my co-manager.
Hi everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I'm glad to be here with standing there with my brother, Nadjib Mohammedi. I'm very proud of him and what he did in this business back in France. He came from a mighty hard and long ways to get there. And I can promise you one thing. Saturday night, it will change his life forever. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Okay, last but not least, the man who we got on his back and he took us here. You know, I've been around a lot of fighters in the business. I worked with Marco Barrera, worked with some great fighters, been around him personally, and I know heart when I see heart. I know determination when I see determination. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. You look at the intangibles, they all lean on that side in this fight. But, you know, they leaned on Costazu's side too when he fought Vince Phillips. So, I mean, when I hear no chance, that means I have every chance. And I'm going to ride this guy right to the IBF Championship, which we have so coveted for a long time. I love the IBF. Daryl Peoples, Lindsey Tucker, thank you so much. for this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, Nadjib Mohammedi, Saturday night's challenger, soon to be Sunday's champion, Nadjib Mohammedi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi everybody, thank you for coming. I'm very excited and very happy to fight Saturday night in Mandalay Bay. Thank you Man Events, thank you Sergey, thank you HBO for this opportunity. I have hard work in my training camp for this fight. I waited this time for 10 years ago. I'm very happy, I'm very excited, and promise this Saturday a very good and famous fight. And I'm ready. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Okay, and with that being said, thank you guys for the support, all the stories. You know, in closing, I want to say I did not see one negative word from anybody in attendance here, and you are the mainstream media. Not one negative word about this man. And you know, it seems like today in boxing, there's an addiction to negativity. It's easy to sit behind a computer screen and tear an athlete down, a hardworking athlete. And no one in this building did that. And I personally thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Kathy?
Thank you, Vince. And now, moving on to the champion, the reason we're all here, the guy who brought us here. I say this every time, you're probably tired of hearing it, but I'm not going to stop saying it. I thank God every day for the day I met Vegas Klimas and he brought me Sergey Kovalev. He has assembled an outstanding team around him, and they're in no small part a big key to his success. And I was happy to have the privilege to introduce you to them. So I think the first person I'm going to bring up is his trainer, a former world champion in his own right, and an old friend who I've known for a very long time, and I'm always happy to see John David Jackson.
Thank you, Kevin, for those kind words. I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to let Sergey do that talking ring Saturday night. But it's a pleasure to be here, and pleasure to want to work with Sergey for this fight here. I just want to have a little silence. I want to say to Paco, I made 6 defenses of my WBO title. Where's my ring? Where's my ring? All right, guys. So anyway, listen. Enjoy the fight on Saturday. It's a good fight. Challenge, they come well prepared, and you know we have a game plan of our own. So we'll see Saturday night. Thanks for coming. I look forward to seeing everybody there.
Now, it is my pleasure to bring up the best manager in boxing. He is a great man and a great ally, and it is one of my joys to be able to work with him. Yuniesky Gonzalez.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I wanted to thank a very dear friend of mine, Don Turner, who gave me the first steps in boxing. If it wasn't Don Turner, it wasn't me. He's the man who introduced me into the sport. He's the man who first noticed Sergey that we were in Kazakhstan, and he says, hey, God damn, you gotta have this guy. Coming back to Vegas, it brings me a lot of memories, and good memories. This town where Sergey got his first NABA title, and I remember that night, and we were celebrating after the fight. He ran to his room, grabbed his belt, put on his waist, put a t-shirt on top of it, and he didn't tell to nobody, but when he was at the table, he stood up and he says, I wanted to give that belt to a good person, and that seemed to be me. So he gave it to me and he says, Vegas, this is our title and I want you to hold it. So I have that at my home till today. That's the one title he never take it from me back. Wanted to thank HBO, wanted to thank Nadjib Mohammedi team taking this fight. Actually, he was forced to this fight on an IBF mandatory. Wanted to thank Mandalay Bay, City of Las Vegas, media coming here for this good event. And Saturday night, we're going to be looking for one of the best fights in the light heavyweight division. Again, I'm going to go back. Then Sergey came in the 2009 from Russia, moved. Light heavyweight division was dead, absolutely dead. Nobody wanted, nobody was talking about light heavyweight division. And I strongly believe, light heavyweight division is burning today because of Sergey Kovalev. There is not a single match in the light heavyweight division gonna go anywhere in the world without mentioning his name. I'll see you guys on Saturday night.
Earlier we saw the great Bernard Hopkins in the hallway, and he reminded Sergey that he's getting better with every fight, and he is. I think that his rise, which is still happening, has been powerfully fast, shockingly dominating, and I think there's a reason. There's obviously a reason for that, and that's that he's the kind of guy that people want to come and see. He gives 1,000% every time, and as Bernard warned him, you don't get complacent, you don't lose your edge. If there's one person on earth that I'm not the least bit worried about any of those things, it's the man next to me. I think a mark of greatness in any endeavor is that no matter what you do, you're never satisfied, and I think that's kind of, if I was asked to sum Sergey up, in a short phrase, that would be it. It's never enough. He's never satisfied with himself. He's always wanting to do more, be greater, be better, and that is one of the reasons why we're never going to miss him when he gets in the ring. We're going to make an appointment to see him. And it is my great pleasure now to introduce to you the WBO, WBA, and IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Kovalev.
Hello everybody again. First of all, Sam, I want to thank to everybody who came here, to media, to Mandalay Bay Hotel, also my promoter Katie Dua, and Aegis and team Nadjib Mohammedi.
That's my boy.
What I could to say, I want to show this Saturday who I am. I would like to still be champion long time as possible, because I didn't get all my goals in my boxing career, and my amateur career didn't give me a lot of opportunities to have road for the Olympic Games or World Championship, because we're big corrupted, and I was hurt in amateur career, and I tried to knock to the closed door, and therefore I turned to pro, and in pro boxing I opened it and got some of my dreams in the boxing, and my goals didn't finish. I still do have my dreams, my goals, and this Saturday, July 25th, is the next step in my career. Welcome to Mandalay Bay Arena, to screens, HBO, and I want to give you a good show. And I hope it will be very honest and very clean fight, and we'll win who is stronger, who is smarter, who is the best. And also, thanks to HBO, they built my name, they built my career, and I love boxing, and I love boxing in America, everywhere in the world. Thank you very much.
Yes.